I wasn't looking like my avatar anymore, so I had to cut my hair. Now I look a bit more like it. Yeah. I haven't uploaded for, what, 3 days? That's the longest I've ever gone. Usually I do something every day. But I did a thing about a week ago about how I was afraid that Satan was using professional wrestling to get me off my my job, you know. And yeah, it turns out that was true, because through that, and I'm gonna keep it quick. Through that, I ended up playing this wrestling video game, and they had this offer in the game, because they're always doing shit like this, promotional stuff to get you to pay and play. They're like, if you play this game, right, you get all this extra stuff. And it was Raid, and I'm like, oh, I used to play Raid, right? So I'm like, what do I got to do? I got to just log in and, you know, make an account, blah blah blah, and then you get stuff in the wrestling game. So I start tooling around on Raid, and I haven't played it in years, and I'm playing it a while, and I can there's this option where you can attach your account to your like Facebook and shit, and you get more points and stuff. So I did that, and my old account came up, my old Raid account, with all this stuff. It's all like this badass stuff, like this, you know, rare armor and everything. So I'm like, wow. And I totally got sucked into it. And throwing money at it, spending hours on it. I went out and did like a couple of half-assed videos. One about Chitwood again, which, like, who fucking cares? And but for the most part, I've been in the house just playing that thing. And I woke up a little while ago, and I was like, holy shit, that guy got me. He got me off my game. You know, it worked. You know, it got me away from doing this. I hadn't been doing any studying, hadn't looked at the Bible, wasn't doing any magic shit. Just was completely like enamored with this fucking Raid game, you know. And I quit mobile gaming, like, I don't know, 3 months ago. I made a big deal about it. It was ridiculous. But yeah, and since I've done that, I've been able to do a lot more stuff, you know, because it was sucking up a lot of my time. I was using it as an excuse to, like, I gotta take a break from the fucking spiritual war shit. But as we know, you can't part-time the spiritual war. Part-time. So yeah, I woke up and just had like this moment of clarity sitting in the bathroom. I was like, what the fuck? Unload that stuff. So I took everything on my phone. And I said, I gotta refocus. I gotta get out and don't film stuff just to get something uploaded. You know, do something substantial. And this turned out to be it, I guess, my satanic temptation to, you know, by the devil. And you might think, like, the devil's very busy. You might think, oh, he's got a lot of stuff going on while there's wars and everything. No. Let me explain this a little bit. It gets kind of quantum at this point. But the best way to describe it, to without going through this big long thing that may or may not make sense, you have your own personal devil. And I don't mean like demons, like, oh, you like to drink or you like to smoke. But I mean the devil of this realm, the main bad guy, the fallen angel, Lucifer, the soft-handed piano player, the music teacher of fucking all people, he's fully focused on you. The main guy, not like a lesser demon or anything. The main guy is focused on you all the time. And then you may be thinking, well, how? How is it possible with so many people? No, there isn't so many people. There's one person. All these people here are you. Well, not all these people. I don't want to get into who has divinity, who doesn't, but most of them don't. So 10% of these people out here, just for numbers' sake, are you. You know, let me get it right here. They're all you. We're all one consciousness, split up into different points of attention, and those points of attention think they're people. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, if you do, you do. So he's personally looking at you all the time, but in the same way, you also have God on your side, you know. So he's constantly trying to get you away from God, or get you from doing anything, any kind of works in favor of God, or that's subversive to Him, you know. And in my case, it's, you know, studying, doing these videos, talking to people, spreading the good news. Spreading the good news by in a very caustic kind of way. But yeah, that is what's going on. I mean, I've done this for what, I don't know, 2 years, almost over 2 years. And I don't think, I think I might have missed one day. I might have missed one day. And that's only because of, it's something I might not have uploaded it within a 24-hour period to make it, do you know what I mean? I probably had it. So this is the first time, like, I was just, like, blowing this kind of stuff off. And not just this, like, study, Bible stuff, just blowing it all off to play that game. I felt myself at times when I'm playing that thing, like, this mania, this, I was like, oh, I have to buy this. I'm like calculating how much it would cost to buy things, so I can run down to Long's and get like a Google Play card and dump more money onto it. The way these things work, it's these games, right? Like, it's Nazi scientist tier mind control formulas. They had one of them gave a talk a couple years ago. Who works for one of these companies, about how they use their different tricks to try to suck people in, create spenders, like create people who are going to be there every day, spending money every day. It's complete mind control, and it's the ultimate like rat in the maze that like presses the button for the cocaine. You know, it's just that. They always give you just enough to keep you pressing that button. And it plays into all those sort of psychological tricks that your brain can play on you to keep you doing it. So it's dark shit. And yeah, it's absolutely the devil. So yeah, I got sucked into that. They couldn't get me with anything else though. I feel like they tried everything. They tried the drug angle, they tried the woman angle, they tried all kinds of shit, but they got through with Raid Shadow Legends. Like, how the fuck did... It's kind of funny in a way. Yeah, it stopped me from doing this. It stopped me from, you know, looking at the Bible, making notes, and trying to connect things on pieces of paper with red string. Oh, speaking of Bible, right? Like, I've been coming out here with my demon bag, you know, in case I run into any like demons. And I've been carrying the bag mainly because I wanted to carry like a full Bible, you know. Which, you know, joked about would be funny to whip out, you know. I mean, I don't foresee a time when I have to do that. And I don't even know exactly what I'd do, but it would be used as a weapon, right? It has holy power in it. And that Bible, that big one, I actually charged that with some energy from a middle column exercise I never finished. But anyway, I don't know if that was good or bad, but I'm sure some magic pro can tell me. But I forgot that I had this Bible. Check this fucking thing out. I thought it was just Psalms, right? Can you see it? It looks like a school locker. Isn't that cool? I thought it was just like a Psalms book, but it's actually the whole New Testament. And it has Psalms and it has Proverbs. Now Psalms are like the magic spells. Proverbs kind of tell you how to use them. You know, basically, I mean, it could be argued that the Bible itself is a magic book. It passes down traditions throughout the years on how to do this shit. And yeah, that little book there, I got that free out on Kalakaua up here. Someone was giving them out, and it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Well, I don't know about the coolest thing I've ever seen, but it's pretty, as far as Bibles go, it's fucking cool. And it's perfect. It fits in my hand. It can be used as a weapon. And the way you use it as a weapon is really, you're not going to hit anyone over the head with it. I mean, I guess you could if things came to that, yeah. But you derive spiritual power from it. What it is they're like amplifying, what do they call them? Come on, I just woke up. That's my excuse. But what they do is they amplify the spiritual power, or the spiritual power goes through them. There's a name for them. I'll think of it when I'm done filming. But so by holding that, you kind of help to amplify or control the energy. So it's not so much that I'm going to crack it out and start reading bits from it, but that's how you would use it in that manner. There's all kinds of stuff like this in that. Sorry, I just got some weird fucking frequency here. What the hell is going on? I walked through something. Fucking walked through something back there, bros. Yeah, sometimes it's just like, it's like a radio station. That's all we are. We're radio stations, man. We're just, these bodies are antennas, and we're connecting to our signal. And sometimes you just drive through an area and you lose your signal, or your signal becomes wavery, like it did back there, like there's something going on. Maybe it's the evil of Starbucks. Could very well be. But yeah, in the one half-assed video I did do, and there is, it may not seem like there would be, but there is a quality control going on here at some level. It was just about Chitwood again, and how he's they had the third guy out of 3, and I don't think you'll see another one, but I still don't understand what the point of all that was. Like, people aren't going to be scared by that. There's nothing scary. He's not some badass. You know, like, it shows him waiting at the bottom of the escalator, like, you know, waiting for those guys to come out. This big dramatic thing, you know. And all the people in the picture celebrate Purim, you know what I mean? They're all on the same team. It's all theater. It's complete theater. But the only thing it shows to me, ultimately, is that they're afraid of people on the internet. In this case, the Poles specifically. They're afraid. They're afraid because they're taking this time and these resources to do this gay shit that everyone knows is fake. The only thing they could be doing is doing this to help create a narrative for normie media. Because a lot of times, if they want to create some kind of story, they'll stage these fake events, and then they'll reference the fake event in the story as a factor in the narrative as to why they had to do this or why this happened, you know, because Sheriff Chitwood was bringing these people in, so therefore, you know what I mean, like something like that. That's the only thing I can think of. As we've gone through here before, they don't understand Pole at all. They don't understand 4chan. They don't understand that it's not a group of people. They think they have a certain type. There isn't a type. Some people pop in there once or twice and never show up again, you know, and might leave some substantial information. Yeah, so I don't want to get into that whole, I think we've covered that whole thing to death, but it is still strange, and it'd be interesting to see what comes of that. They didn't do it for nothing, you know, they don't waste their resources and their time. Well, yeah, they do. What the fuck am I saying? Of course they waste their resources and their time all the time, but they don't think they're wasting those resources and the time. They're doing these little psyops and these little things for a reason. It's just that sometimes we don't know what they are, and I can't perceive through any kind of mystical sight what's going on here. Not that I can usually, but I mean, you know what I mean? It's just hard to really see. A lot of these guys and these sort of psyops and these fake things, a lot of times you can see right away. Like, okay, this is for this, and that's all the moving parts are there. You know, you don't need the instructions. You can put the furniture together without it. This isn't a bit hard to see, and I don't think it's, unless a lot of this stuff too, and I'm going to wrap it up, so I'm going to go into Ross here. A lot of this stuff, sometimes they'll use their own spellcraft to cover it up, like so that you can't see through it. That happened around the Koof thing. they had some kind of, no one saw that coming, exactly how they were going to do that. And they were using some kind of magic to keep you from seeing what they were doing. I don't know what it is, but I feel that that's what was going on. Other people do too. It's not like I didn't come up with that. That wasn't my genius idea. But yeah, I'm going to go into Ross now a little bit. I'll be back out. I'm going to do some demon spotting. See if we catch any. Don't blame the teacher. Blame the school.